We had a Spider-Man moment where we're all saying, no, it's you, it's you. So that's a really classic example of where the owner doesn't have full admin access, and later on the track, it was a massive headache.
Welcome back to an episode of Digital Dividends. Today we are Sans Mark Jones from Your Digital Solution. I'm Jodie Hilton, lead anchor on today's show, joined by Sean Nicol, who's head of paid media here at our agency.
Second anchor.
Oh, yeah. Second chef. And so what we thought we'd do is sneak in here and just unpack some paid media wins, gripes.
We're snaking.
Yeah, we're
sneaky stuff.
Yeah. So today I thought, let's unpack Meta ads. I know this is a sore point with you and with many. And I thought what we could do is maybe what's it like when a client comes to us? They don't care how we feel about this, but it's if we can forewarn people of what not to do with their Meta ads account to begin with. First, or contact that ex-staff member that set it up 8 years ago and go from there. But
Sure.
Yeah, so I think Meta ads are where most businesses start with advertising, and it's also where they might get burnt. And so they get some leads, maybe they're not always the right ones. That's under the pretense that they're not just boosting posts, that they actually have an ad account. But why does Meta ads feel so unpredictable to people? Like, let's talk about that kind of stuff.
Unpredictable and just all over the place.
Yeah.
There's 10 different things people have to learn.
Yeah, like my sister-in-law, really. All right. So, let's start off where things go wrong. So they come to us and I talk to them on the phone usually and then go, you need to meet Sean. And then I quickly apologize for the landmine I'm sending you once you get access to that Meta business account. But yeah, let's start with...
It's a bit like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. No, they come to us. Generally, they are an admin of the full Meta Business Manager. And when I'm saying Meta Business Manager, that's the umbrella sort of platform of all the assets underneath. So that when I talk about the assets underneath, there's Facebook, there's an Instagram page, which everyone knows about. Then there's other things like the Pixel shop and a few other bits and bobs. I won't go into those. But the key thing to remember is you have a Meta Business Manager, and under that you have assets which you need to be admin of also. We find a lot of owners, business owners, CEOs, etc., come to us and they might only be an admin of the Facebook page. They might have the login for the Instagram, that's great too. And then all the rest of it, they have no idea where it is or what it's doing.
And so when they come to us, the right thing to do is add us as an agency to their Meta Business Suite, not so much give us their logins to their Instagram account.
No, definitely not. Logins, I mean, that's a cybersecurity breach. First and foremost is giving logins, especially over email. That's a big no-no.
Woo.
So yeah, don't give us your login. Give us the proper access, which is via a code. So there's two ways you can do it, via code or via person access at the admin level on the person side of things. So that's the two layers for access. It's agency access and then person access. So we generally ask for agency access. That's the easiest way to get in. But we can also ask for person access, which gives us better control over the account. But there's some verifications involved with that. So the easiest, path to success is just the agency access. It's just through the code. They punch in the code and we get access to everything, and we then dive in and do a bit of a diagnosis. Where is everything, what's going on, and that's when we look under the hood, right? So
yeah. All right, tell me some of the juicy stuff that we or that you see especially.
Definitely an owner or a CEO not having admin access to the full Meta Business Suite or Meta Business Manager. A lot of the times they'll come to us and they'll just be admin of their Facebook page and they'll have login to their Instagram. Then we need to set up a Pixel and we need to set up a Meta shop, but we can't because we don't have access to the full Meta Business Manager.
And so if I just woo up a little, if I'm a CEO or a business owner and I think I've got access, not unbeknownst to me, not realizing that I don't, how would I sense check that or what are some of the conversations you have to have around under, hey, you don't own your own account?
Yeah. We have that conversation almost weekly. The owner really needs to, if they've got someone dedicated in marketing for the Meta account, they need to check in with them and just say, hey, what level of access have I got? What level of access do you have? How is the account set up from admin through to employee, for example? So there's that sort of structure that owners should be aware of. They don't need to know it, in the granular detail, but at least knowing that they have access to the Meta Business Manager, the umbrella account, that's going to save them a whole lot of headaches in their agency, a whole lot of headaches further down the line.
This makes me think of there was a time where we were working with a hairdressing company and they sold it to someone else. And months later, the new owner did not have ownership over their account. Should we unpack that one a little bit?
Why not? It was a bit juicy.
Yeah, it was pretty spicy. But yeah, let's go through that. Like, I discovered it, this is what I discovered, and then we can unfold how, it pretty much ended with a scrap fight in the car park. But let's
Sure.
unpack that one a little.
Yeah, so I think from memory, there's someone who bought the business, and then the old owner transferred some of the assets over to the new owner.
So when you say some of the assets, is that like they
Yes.
transferred the individual the Instagram account and the Facebook page,
Yeah.
but not the Meta Business Suite?
Yeah, so the Facebook page, Instagram login was all sent to the new owner.
Yeah.
But when they discovered that they don't have access to their Pixel and the shop, etc., and the place where they can get leads, they threw the toys out of the cot basically and said, why have you not provided me with the full access?
Yeah.
But that just came down to the person prior that owned the business didn't know. So
They didn't know.
they didn't know, and they brought us in to try and fix it. But because the owner didn't have access, we didn't have access. So, we had a Spider-Man moment where we were all saying, no, it's you. And then the new owner ended up, I think it went legal in the end.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a sticky one. So that's a really classic example of where the owner doesn't have full admin access, and later down the track, it was a massive headache.
So yeah, essentially that's a part of their IP. So if
Yes.
you're a business owner looking to eventually sell your business one day, don't forget that all of this, not only the individual profiles, but the business suite is where all the ads happen and all the leads come in, and that is the IP that gives value to the business.
Yeah, it's a hard one because there's no course or how-to guide out there to do it. I suppose it's just us to say, hey guys, make sure you're admin of your Meta Business Manager, not just your Facebook page, not just your Instagram.
Yeah.
Make sure you got the full umbrella under your belt, basically.
And so once you do, like if you've done all these checks in-house as a business owner or marketing manager, you've got access, what do you need in place for when those leads come through from ads? Let's say it's all up and running and cooking, got a lead come through. Where does that lead sit, and what is the best process to process them within your pipeline?
Depends how you set up your lead flow or your lead capture. I guess you can set up lead forms on Facebook, or you send them to a landing page and they go there. When I say they go there, they go to the back end or whatever platform you've set up your lead page on your landing page. So if it's WordPress, they'll be sitting in the back end of WordPress in your, let's say, for example, Gravity Forms. There'll be a Gravity Forms area where you can just download and upload to wherever you need them. Best thing to do there, so you're not manually doing that, which is a massive headache, is set up something like Zapier or Make.com, where when a new lead comes in, it automatically triggers all the details over to your CRM or to an email inbox where someone's monitoring that, where you can pick up that lead.
I think that's an important thing to note as well, that it's good to have a CRM like HubSpot, but if you're a bit of a solo owner or if you're not tech savvy, then just simply having it emailed to you automatically is really helpful.
Yeah, that's like your stock standard basic, I guess, scenario. And you can set that up in most website backend platforms. It's just a case of digging in there to look at where to send it or what the notification, who's it set up to go to.
Okay, let's move on to, we've got a clean Meta ad account. We're looking under the hood. Generally, we can see where previous agencies have like stuffed up and identify some red flags. Maybe we discover an ad account that is initially performing well for 3 months and then it tapers off. And let's say, for example, there's one ad in there and that marketer continues to optimize that one ad for, say, 6 months, but for 3 months, it's dying. What would you diagnose in that situation?
Yeah, Meta is all about your creative. So if you only have one ad running to the same audience for up to 3 months, then it's going to get what they call creative fatigue. And that's just simply if your audience is seeing the same message and the same creative over and over and over again, then Meta's not going to be able to optimize to show that ad to similar people or similar audiences. So if you've got an ad that's been running 3 months and it's been doing well and you start seeing it taper off, get some more creative in there. At least 3 to 4 new ones. Freshies.
Boring.
It's old, stale, fresh. You need to get some sexiness back in there.
Yeah, and I think what business owners don't realize is like, yes, we've put it out there and we're tweaking it and all of that kind of stuff. That's kind of a lazy way to go about it, just like thinking and hoping that your magic wand of optimizing is going to really save this thing.
Yeah.
But if you think about when you see an ad on TV, like even the Telstra ads, right? They've got really good creative. They sometimes use claymation or they use insights to people's personal lives.
Having creative that is diversified, different messaging with different, even just things like different colors. If you're using a similar graphic, that's just going to make people take notice.
Yeah, I agree. Fix up the colors, new visuals, new hook line and message as well, just to vamp it up. Now, I do get this question a lot. If you create a new creative, if you develop a new creative, does that put the account back into learning mode?
It does. Yes. Anything up to 2 weeks, it can be. The learning mode is a good thing though, because it is Meta finding your audience and finding who is engaging to it. I've found in my personal experience and what we've done with our clients is if you put the spend up, that goes quicker. So if you put your spend up at anything up to $100 per day, Meta's going to be spurting your ad out to more people, finding who's engaging on it quicker, and then find your potential audiences better.
Yeah, so effectively, by increasing your spend, you're making Meta work harder and be more accountable for that spend as well.
Yeah, Meta's going to favor those who are giving them more money. So at the end of the day, it's all Zuckerberg and the owners of Google. It's survival of the fittest out there.
Yeah. Pay to play.
That's it.
So, all right, let's say that the ad is in the creative or the ad is in learning mode. Now, during that learning mode, which could be, as you said, up to 2 weeks or as early as 3 days-ish, depending on the size of the account.
Yep.
While it's in learning phase, does that mean you won't get any leads?
No. What I see and what I see with our clients is when we've put spend up a little bit more, you can see the reach go up always pretty dramatically. Even if the spend is a little bit lower, I've seen the reach go up for the first 2 to 3 days, and that's the learning phase usually, at least the tip of the spear with the learning phase. And then it goes down a bit in terms of the reach until it sort of finds that audience. So can be with a lot of spend, it's going to be quicker, but definitely 2 to 3 days is your first sort of spike. And then after 2 weeks, the algorithms have generally found your market, and it's giving that message to the audience over and over again until they're finding people who are actually putting leads in. So, and that goes into the key events and that sort of thing, which we won't go into.
In terms of the kinds of ads that you can do within Meta, do you want to talk about some of the different variations? Because some people might go, I've got one ad and I'm just going to run this one ad, but maybe they don't realize you can test them.
Yeah, 100% A/B testing. Or people do testing with anything up to 10 ads in an ad set I've seen. So definitely, whenever I brief in ads for our clients, it's always anything between 4 and 8 per ad set. And that's going to be a particular market within that ad set. So say it's a top of funnel ad set, it's going out to a detailed targeting audience.
And top of funnel's like awareness, broad marketing.
So yeah, top of funnel is where you're getting your interested parties in. just into the funnel. You're just getting people in to be able to retarget them later.
And so they may not have ever heard about your business before. So it's awareness. We're going broad marketing. They're not ready to buy straight away.
No, definitely not ready to buy. They're people that are just interested. They're potentially interested in your offer. They're potentially interested in your brand as well, what you're about.
Yeah.
In that stage of the funnel, you're just wanting people to click. You're just selling the click. You're not selling the product. You're selling the general vibe of what you're doing and the general consensus of how you help people. So, and if people dig that, if they like it, then they go to your landing page and check you out.
Yeah, and I observe, and I think any business owner should observe how they themselves react to ads. For example, I was looking at a collagen company because everyone who is just female and above 20 is obsessed with collagen right now.
Yeah.
So when I started, I went to social media to get that social proof of like, is this person being ridiculous? Is this more science-backed?
Yeah.
And as I went through, I was served up a bunch of different competitors. So I think it's really important for business owners to know that because they put that one ad out there into the market, don't forget you're competing with a whole swarm of them. And Facebook will keep serving you more and more of your competitors.
Yeah.
And so, I clicked on that ad, that Shop Now little tab,
Yep.
and went and had a look.
A looky.
I just looked. I became aware.
Yep.
And I didn't buy because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not there yet. Like my skin's not bad, but I am tempted. And then
You're in a discovery phase. Yeah. Did you click on the page as well at all?
I did a little like scroll, didn't click anything, didn't sign up because I thought I don't want to be spammed by people. And then I subsequently over the next few days, every time I jumped on Insta, the page that I clicked on, I kept getting served their ads. And eventually I was like, nah, right. So for me, what would middle of funnel look like? Would that be me giving up my details or adding to cart, but then abandoning? Because I do that a lot too.
Add to cart. That's generally the stock standard sort of middle funnel is you're serving ads to say, hey, look, come back to us, or here's the benefits. It's usually the middle funnel is benefits driven. And that's when you go back to the cart and you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm there. I think I might get this. How much is it going to cost? And that's where you're doing a bit more research. It's going to cost you, add to cart, it's going to cost you $350. And you think,
bugger that.
I might not be there yet, blah, blah, blah. Yep.
And then I see more of their ads with probably an influencer or social media. Yeah. Oh my God, look at this before and after. All right, I'm in.
Boom. And then they got you. Or you're one of the people that are so stubborn. And 2 weeks later, they put an offer out. They say 50% off for this week only. And you go, go on. And you just get it. And that stage is $180. It's a bit better than $300 if you become a customer. And then
in there, I've spent thousands with them now. Fight yourself. But actually, I think collagen just goes to the joints, not the skin.
You did your research.
I did do my research, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for unpacking all of that.